Welcome to the ear chakra consciousness for April. I pulled cards before, actually, as I was waiting for all this to load up. So the energy field adjustment came out first. So for each of the chakras, I pull a past, present, and future. And this is in the right now. This came out in the right now. And it's interesting because this is very sacral chakra, even though I'm reading you for the ear chakras. Now, lo and behold, before I started filming for the ears for you right now, I had to take a break. Had to go and do things with my daughter and what have you. And the reason I'm mentioning that, because I knew when I'd start filming all of the different chakras, like you live it, right? When you start working with the chakras, you really live the consciousness of them. The ears are about opening up to spirit, opening to receptivity, healing the feminine, and balance and rest. Because we have to be open to receive. We have to be still to receive. And the fact that this came out first is about what do you need to open to that nourishes your soul. So you can work with, obviously, the ear chakra crystalline activation because you've found yourself here at ear chakras. If you wanted to, over this month, you could also work with the sacral chakra crystalline activation. So if you haven't received my chakra activation pack, it's not just a normal chakra activation, it's a crystalline chakra activation. So it's activating the crystalline activation energy of each of the chakras, so it literally can hold more light. Yeah, it's like it creates a container to hold more light. In the set, there's 9 of them, and obviously the ears and the sacral, like all of them are there. So you can work with those two, or you could just work with the ears. So if you wanted to, working with the ear chakras and the sacral, because when you're opening up to receive, when you're opening up, you're listening to your intuitive guidance. It's your clairaudience. And so in that, you're listening to what nourishes you. We can eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, or choose your addiction of choice, but that's only covering up something. And so when we eat or we're ingesting something, it's in our sacral, it's our stomach, right? And it's what are we nurtured by? What are we nourished by? The nourishing. This is an energy field adjustment. What is going on for you at this time is that you are changing. Like, there's lots of changes going on, but I want to say don't fear it, because you're going on a journey. You're going on a spiritual pilgrimage, if you may. You're going on a journey to find the parts of your soul that you've lost through all the trauma that you've been through. And that means that what once nourished you doesn't nourish you anymore. So what you used to be open and receptive to, you're like, the vibration has changed. The frequency's changed. Frequency has changed. Be okay with this change. What is triggering you in the mirror? Go deep within yourself to look at what is triggering you about this change, because it's actually been spurred on by your purpose, birthing our purpose down, gestating it in the belly, in your sacral, and that calls for a recalibration when the frequency has changed, because your soul is guiding you to collect all the parts of yourself that have been shattered and scattered through all directions in space and time, to grant you the freedom that you have been desiring, because that's what you've been craving and doing the work for and healing anyway. Freedom, independence, self-determination. What's also coming through here is the third eye chakra consciousness. You could listen to that message as well if it calls to you. But what is actually happening here is your relationship to things that once nourished you is changing. You opened, you did all the work, you're doing all the things, but it doesn't nourish you anymore. And it's just a frequency change, because what happens is you've taken them down off the pedestal, or whatever's shifted for you, or you've shifted something in your health or the way that you're treating yourself, and it's giving you this, but it's what's the word, like don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater, because what's happening is you're not relying on it anymore. You're becoming independent to needing the things so that you feel good enough or that you feel healed. You're actually healed in yourself, but you don't need to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Your relationship to the thing is changing. Does that make sense? This and the ear chakras, when the ears open and you work with the ears, you step into a level of maturity that you haven't had. You're wise beyond your years, right? Because you're listening more than you speak. 2 ears, 1 mouth, you're listening more than you speak. And it's healing the feminine. When you heal the feminine wounding, you trust more. You're grounded more. You're more aware. You're more conscious. Why? Because you're more open, right? The ears is the opening. And so relationships go through different stages, right? You probably know this, maybe. And so when you go through to a particular stage, like there's a interdependent stage is the final stage of the relationship, where you can have a relationship but you're not enmeshed. You can work the relationship maturely, if you like. And that's what I feel is happening here. Oh, look, and underneath this, so this is the bottom card of the deck, and then underneath this is the receptivity card right on the ear chakras. The hummingbird is actually the ear chakra consciousness animal totem, and there's one in there, right? Allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to give, excuse me. So it just blows my mind because that's the ear chakra consciousness right there. And so, okay, I'm just going to pull this up because it's right there. So this was the bottom card of the deck. Then it's the receptivity. When I picked it up, that's what was there. And then underneath that, I'm just bringing this here because it's important, adrift. This is a really powerful card. And when we shift frequency, it's just like, oh, I don't know anymore. And we can feel very closed or very like anti, like we go into like, they did this to me and I hate it now. When you loved it because it just helped you through this part. And what's happening is you're not relying on it anymore and you're coming into your own power. But this is the part of like shifting to interdependence. So you might feel like you're lost. You might feel like you're lost during this time. Letting go, allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. You don't need to have it all figured out right now, okay? Just to let go, let God, continue to trust that you're going to be guided in this situation. Sorry, I think that was doing weird things, focusing. And allow yourself, like the mermaid, to, to like drift in the current, right? Like God is taking you somewhere. In Rama, you're on a journey across the waters. Underneath that adrift card, I'll stop, I promise, otherwise we'll go through the whole deck, is the homeland. Like you're on a journey to find your home. You might have felt very displaced at home, changes happening in the home, a base chakra shift as well about what would sustain and fill your home. And what doesn't nourish you anymore, and that's why you're on a journey to find your home. And when we're on a journey to find our home, our base chakra, your purpose is landing, you can feel very displaced. So let yourself drift and know that you're going to find your home. Like that's the whole purpose of what's going on for you right now. But in the process, it can feel very disorientating, very I want to say scary, but in a disorientating way. Like you're just lost. You're just like looking at your life going, how did I end up here? Like what is actually going on, you know? Okay, so for these individual chakra readings, you'll get to know it and I won't have to say it over time, but I usually just do 3, past, present, future. I do a masculine and a feminine to balance the masculine and feminine of each chakra. And then I'm doing what you're conscious of and what you're unconscious of. So this is masculine, the waterfall. A new path is being forged. Will you follow it? Need I say any more? Finding your home. So this is showing up in the masculine, and this is you trusting the path, but letting go and surrendering and let God taking charge. And so when we are healing the masculine, and and part of finding your home and opening and healing the feminine is that you have to heal the masculine, because you have to feel safe enough to let go and trust, to be guided by a higher force instead of you trying to figure it out. And so this is the masculine has really got your back here. The masculine side of you, especially in the ear chakras, when we look at for the feminine to open and flower, the masculine energy must be there. And within yourself, you're healing that balance within yourself right now. So the feminine side, the golden age of Aquarius. Oh my goodness, I'm going to show you something. Okay. So embracing your inner light to show others the way. So this is the feminine, right? So the masculine is like a new path. I'm guiding you on a new path. Can you trust me? Can you let go and trust me? And then golden age of Aquarius, embracing your inner light to show others the way. Like this is literally, you know, like your homeland, you're finding a home. So under the homeland card, okay, I said I'd promise I'd stop going through the deck because they're staring at me every time I lift one up. I didn't say it before, but the golden age of Aquarius and what's underneath the homeland. So once you land your base, Atlantis, rapid development and acceleration, rapid development, excellence and success. And it's like the golden age of Aquarius, like your purpose is birthing right now. And in the process, we go through a massive shift in our environment and what nourishes us and what doesn't, because we're literally, when we're working on our purpose and stepping into a whole new vibration of who we are with our purpose, because it requires it of us, then everything gets like obliterated. But once you land in your base, then everything shifts. Now, it doesn't have to mean a physical home, but it can be. And it takes a while for us to arrive in a home base as well. We could move into a place, but it doesn't feel like home, right? It takes a while for us to fully energetically arrive there. Now, remember with the ear chakras, when we work with the ears, the heart, and the base are activated. And so like your heart is quote unquote lost as you're going through this energy field adjustment. And then the Imrama, you're on this pilgrimage. Can you just let go and let God, because this is the final outcome. But once you ground your base, you're really stepping into your purpose, because the masculine has provided a new path and a new foundation for you. Again, it could be physical home, or it could be like energetically that you're really grounding down through what your purpose is and what you're here to do, and accelerating through your business. So sacred waters, you are being spiritually protected from that which you cannot see. And that's the bottom card of the deck. And this is where it's, not sure if that's focusing. I don't know if these are focusing, guys. Sorry about that. You're being spiritually protected from that which you cannot see. That's it. You can fully trust in letting go and letting God, like the adrift. Like you can fully trust because you're protected from that which you cannot see. And that's why you're also not being shown things right now, and why you must let go and let God and just take care of yourself, because you're being guided through this path that you cannot see. Okay. What are you conscious of at the ear chakras? Let's have a look. What are you conscious of? Let's see. What is the collective ears conscious of? Okay, 2 have come out. Dietary change and practice. So you're embodying new practices that are taking care of your health and shifting you in different ways, different routines, different things that are supporting you. What are you unconscious of? Forgiveness. This is the softening that you're not wanting to realize is happening. But in the adrifting, there's a lot of water that's surrounding her, carrying her, because the tears need releasing and it's birthing a whole new you. The forgiveness is like the softness. And I want to say, with this masculine and feminine and the new path, it's safe for you to relax. Like, tell your nervous system to relax. Like, it's safe for you to relax. It's safe for you to do this. It's safe for you to forge this new path. It's safe. What are you unconscious of? The softness. The softness that comes from the feminine, from also being healed and trusting again, rather than being in survival mode and go, run, moving 50 million times in your life and all those sorts of things. Yeah? When we finally found our base, our purpose births. The bottom card of the deck is admit your true feelings to yourself. And this is where I feel this, what's unconscious in here, the whom do you need to forgive? Like, you're not admitting to yourself about this. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's something about the forgiveness, and you know that I'm like, fuck forgiveness, let yourself feel the feelings. But more so what this is like, something about the softness. Like, it's safe for you to, like, it's like you admit that you want that, but you can't seem to you can't feel it on your own or something. Do you know what I mean? There's something there, and that's where like the masculine and feminine is like, no, you have to do this on your own right now. Like to pass through this passage, this sacred voyage, a wonder voyage, crossing deep waters, pilgrimage, journey of the soul. To pass through this passage, you must do this on your own. Like no one can come with you with this, because this is what's happening to give you this, and in that everything is provided to you in the new path that's being offered to you, but this is something you have to do on your own. Like you can't, you know what I mean? Like you can't expect someone to be there to give you the validation and care that you need when you need to heal that from parental wounds, because until you do that, even having the most loving relationship, you won't let that in. It's like a barricade and a wall, right? And that's why, look at this, the mirror, she's literally looking into a wall of water. Will you pass through this passage? Well, I think you already have, right? You're already on the boat. You kind of got no choice to keep going, right? But there's a lot of trust that's coming through, because this is here, but you have to do this on your own. And the interdependence is what is growing out of this, right? So the thing is that when we shift in vibrational frequency, nothing resonates anymore. Nothing. We want to get rid of everything. We want to change ourselves. We want to change everything. Everything's shifting. We don't like it anymore. We don't like anyone anymore. We don't like ourselves anymore. Like everything. But what's happening is this old internal structure from the old reality before you stepped into the portal is dying, is disintegrating inside of you. And what's happening is the mature part of you is stepping through, and then you can have a healthy relationship with everything instead of the unhealthy child relationship. Wounded relationship, if you may. And through this passage, God has you, and all the people supporting you are there. And the water is really clear, like the salt water oracle, the Atlantis, everything moves really fast once that homeland has arrived to, but it was a little bit underneath, so there's still a passage to go through. And this is something that you're doing on your own, but Spirit has your back. You're actually not alone, but it feels like it. So keep open, keep listening, let go and let God, and know that this passage will pass. And as soon as you ground down and you'll feel it, this will occur. But for now, just let this adjustment occur. Yeah? Let yourself feel disorientated and know that you're actually on a current that you just can't see yet. And there's a lot of trust involved in that. The ear chakra base chakra is big on trust. It's trust. Solar plexus is big on trust. But the ear chakras is like the biggest on trust in a way. Because to open, you have to trust. You have to trust the unknown. To listen more than you speak, you have to trust. And you have to feel safe within yourself to do that. This is what is deeply healing within you. And once this lands and heals, purpose sets forth. Fiery passion. Grounded, dedicated, pure. Yeah? So you could, if you wanted to, listen to solar plexus message, the sacral, and work with those as well. Like the crystalline chakra activations, if you have the set, it's $49 for the set. Link will be below. You could listen to, like I said, sacral and solar plexus, work with the ears, solar plexus, sacral, crystalline activation. If it called to, you could work with the base chakra as well. But otherwise, just, or just let the ears do its thing. But these are just what's interconnected at this time for you. And I'll see you either next month in the ears, or I'll see you in another chakra.